Hey peeps, we are back. We are talking the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 10. Okay, so before we get into the show, you guys may or may not have noticed, I have a new series I'm doing called What Would the Peeps Do? Check the video out. Let me know what you think. Also, if you haven't had the opportunity, please make sure to like this video and subscribe. It's free. So at the beginning of this episode, you see Karen getting into her home sauna, and I thought, I would really like a home sauna. I mean, saunas are very beneficial, especially if you don't, overdo it. And she looked like she was having a good time, even though it was extremely hot in there. She was able to bring her cell phone in there. If I could bring in my cell phone and a drink, I think I could hang out in there for 30 minutes. I don't know if I would put on the extra sweatsuit, but it is a good idea though. Yeah, right. Just my luck. I'd pass the hell out. Anyway, we see Robin and Giselle talking, and it looks like their podcast is doing really well. And who's listening to it is what I want to know. Giselle and Robin irritate me so much. I have not even thought about listening to their podcast. Things are going so well with their podcast that they're going to have one of those live podcast showings the way all the rest of the housewives with podcasts do it. Not interested. Not at all. So they talk about Candace and they talk about Wendy. And this is the thing that I can't stand about Robin and Giselle. It seems like to me that if Giselle doesn't like someone, Robin doesn't know how to be friends with that person. Oh, Giselle doesn't like you, so gloves off, hands off. I'm not going to be able to be friends with you. Wendy apologized to you. Whether she was sober or not, she apologized to you and you hugged it out with her as if you accepted her apology. But now that you're sitting in Giselle's face, all of a sudden you're not really sure if that was legitimate. You've got a different feel about it. And then you see Giselle, good luck with that. That was her way of saying, I don't really want you to be friends with her. Both of them are still holding a grudge from 1 or 2 seasons ago. Let it go. You two started the shit. You kept hounding her. You kept pressuring her. You were talking about her body, talking about the way she dressed, talking about her husband. And then when she handled you, all of a sudden you can't take it. Robin says that she doesn't understand why Candace is so upset with her about pulling out her speaker. And I don't understand what she doesn't get. You're supposed to be her friend. She thought you guys were friends. You got really rude and nasty with her on this trip, especially when she made that comment about only bitches need limes or lemons or something like that, and Robin got all in her feelings. Oh, really, Candace? I mean, like a child. I would also be angry if you pulled out the big speaker thinking you were exposing me. Candace is not upset that they know about her Instagram Live because she put it on Instagram Live. And not only that, she says it to them all the time. And when she was busted, I guess, at the table, she went around and told them, I'm talking about you, and I'm talking about you, and I'm talking about you. You're all fake and phony. She said it. So Robin acting as if she has no idea why Candace is upset is really stupid and playing on people's intelligence. At the beginning of the episode, we see Ashley doing TikToks again. Gosh, I'm over Ashley and these damn TikToks. But what shocks me was Baby Dean coming out of that dark room, asking about his lost stickers. I said, do you have this baby in this room while you TikToking? No, ma'am. Turn on some lights around here. I don't know. Maybe he was in there taking a nap and she took the time to do a little TikTok. I don't know. Later in the episode, we see Ashley over at her Uncle Lump's house. And she's having a complete breakdown over the thought of raising her 2 kids alone. Now, I can tell you, being a single parent is no joke. It's not for the weak. Okay, it is hard being a single mom. Myself, being a single mom of 1, it was a struggle. But we made it through. And Uncle Lump's wife was trying to explain to her that she is a really good mom and she can make it through this. And I was thinking, 1, I agree with that. I think Ashley is really good with her children. I think she's a really good mom. And she can make it being a single mom. But the good thing is this. Ashley has family who are there for her, who love her children, who will support her. She also has financial freedom. She's got her money from the Housewives and she's got money from Michael that's going to be coming in forms of child support and alimony. And she always seems to have a nanny on standby. So she will be able to do this as long as she stays strong, focuses on the number one goal, which is raising healthy children and making sure that they are out living their best little tiny person life. She's going to be fine. And she's also got to remember to take some time out for herself too. Because a lot of times, not just single parents, but parents in general, we forget that we need to live too, that we need to have something in our lives besides our kids. So I think Ashley will be fine and she can stop the crying. It's scary, but it's not that scary. You have so many resources that a lot of single parents don't have. So you're going to be okay, in my opinion. Now, we see Candace getting ready to celebrate her MBA, and she is planning her very first party at her house. We also see Miss Dorothy. I am not a big fan of Miss Dorothy. Miss Dorothy irritates the shit out of me. It's something about her that irritates me. I don't know what it is. I think it's because I believe she puts on for the camera. I think Miss Dorothy really wants to be famous, and so she does a bit too damn much. But while we're watching Candace celebrate, I remember seeing a lot of people saying how Candace must be jealous of Ashley, and I thought, well, Candace is doing a lot. You know, she's preparing to have a family. She's working on her music career, which seems to be going pretty good right now. She's got a new TV show that's coming out. She just graduated with her MBA. You know, Candace is doing some shit. And so I'm really proud of Candace. I am loving Candace this season. I don't know what it is, but it's something about Candace this season that I am here for. And I think it's because she's a little more controlled. She will still get you told, but she's doing her very best to not be so loud, vocal, and, you know, just over the top like she was in previous seasons. So I am totally here for Candace this season, which is very shocking. We did find out that she is going to make sure that she apologizes to Karen when Karen gets to the party, because one of the producers did remind her that yes, indeed, she did talk about Ray and Karen's marriage and say that Karen was out sneaking around. And that is not okay. Well, it's not okay if you want to continue to be friends with Karen. I'm just saying. Then we see Karen and her friend Matt, and Matt talks way too damn much. He was just going on and on. I mean, at some point, the editors was shady as hell, and they let us know that this man was going on and on. Cut to is what he kept saying. Anyway, we find out that Karen is setting up some live with the Dom. It's going to be maybe a family variety show. And I thought, this sounds cute. Would I pay to go see it? Probably not. I don't know. But at the same time, she had just been told that Giselle and Robin are going to have their live podcast. So the show was definitely making it seem as if Karen had stole the idea from Robin and Giselle. And it is suspect, considering that she mentioned her candles right after Wendy mentioned her candles. This is definitely going to be a topic of discussion throughout the season. You just wait and see. Then we see Wendy coming back from Chicago, which she kept calling it Chicago. No ma'am. She says that she said it like the mobsters. Now listen, I watched all the mobster movies and documentaries. I haven't heard them say Chicago. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway, this lady is something else. She is flying all over the place, giving keynote speeches while still dealing with kidney stone pain. I said, well, what? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I couldn't get off the couch with a little kidney stone pain. From everyone that I've spoken to who has kidney stones, they have all said that kidney stones feels like giving birth. The pain is unbearable. I don't know how this woman is going on vacation, teaching class, doing her commentating, flying to Chicago. I mean, no ma'am. Her husband tells her she needs to relax, calm down, and take care of her health. Wendy, when are you going to learn? You've got your hair falling out because you're stressed out, you're doing too much, and you've got these kidney stones. It's time to sit down.
I don't understand why you could not have just talked to me if you felt like I was directing my message to you.
I just feel like in this situation with us, what you were saying on Instagram was wrong. In the future, just be a little more specific.
We currently have 14 joint offices, and then there are 8 locations that we just collect royalties on. I make $450,000. Sorry for telling.
So can you explain what this deal was that fell through?
Hell no.
I'm not sure.
I do remember 16 years ago, they were both 8 pounds. Those babies were humongous. The two of you are what I wish I was when I was 16.
Candace.
What?
I thought Giselle wasn't coming. There she is.
You know, I'm always on time.
I mean, that's okay.
Yeah.
I am too.
Well, you don't look right.
Candace tells me it's because I'm white.
And come on, 2 degrees! 2 degrees!
When's the wedding, Robin?
It's a private ceremony just for 4 of us.
Now you're having an intimate wedding with no guests. Okay.
Why are you comfortable having that conversation when there was, no one from the group around?
And I had liquid courage. I was like, I'm gonna tell you how I feel.
Right, and I appreciate that.
Well, here I am.
Yeah.
Coming to you twice,
Right.
so you know it's genuine.
I don't know if there's something that you still want me to acknowledge.
Yeah, are you gonna say you're sorry?
For what?
Are you gonna say you're sorry that you hurt my feelings?
And so I'm sorry.
And Ashley told you that I said that you were in these streets. I did not remember saying it. And that's why I was vehemently denying it. I was being messy and drunk with a demon. My bad. I love you and Ray.
Ooh, I know you do.
Y'all in these streets together.
We are. Hustling.
Yes, we see that.
But let me say, that means a lot to me because we have made progress and very.
We have. Oh, thank you.
Because I was like, you didn't hurt me like that.
No.
Did you see him?
What about you taking the higher level and apologizing to her because it was a misunderstanding?
Apologize for what, Ray?
She misunderstood your intentions, apparently.
But there was no intentions.
I know.
Why not just say, I'm sorry you felt uncomfortable? I still feel like I'm admitting to something that I did wrong, and I stand by the fact that I did absolutely nothing wrong.
Like, oh my God, there's too many people in here. Apologize for what? I didn't do I feel like it.
All right, so you see Robin meets up with Candace, and first I would like to send my condolences to Robin, her hairstylist's family and friends. You know, I am really sorry for their loss. That is a major loss at one time, and my prayers go out to the family. I was really surprised to hear Candace call Robin her closest friend, and for her to say that she looks up to Robin. I said, well, this must be some stuff that happened off camera that we didn't get a chance to see. Because if anything, you would think she would look up to Wendy versus Robin. I think I would look up to Karen versus Robin. I don't know. I have no idea. I think that they must have a really close relationship off camera that we just don't see. I don't know. But to me, I don't think that Robin really deserved an apology. Robin is telling her that she was upset about the Instagram post because she thought, she was talking about her. And I agree with Candace when she said, why couldn't you come and talk to me? So if they are such good friends and they care about each other, Robin says she loves her like a sister. If you care about her and you are so close, why couldn't you just ask her, hey, who are you talking about in this Instagram post? Instead of throwing her under the bus and putting your big speaker out in the middle of the table. That just doesn't make sense. And then later Robin tells her, next time be a little more specific. No, next time grow the fuck up. How about that? Just come to me and ask me. This is my Instagram live. I can say whatever the hell I want to say on it. It's my Instagram. If you felt some kind of way, come and talk to me about it. Candace agrees to be specific, but get the hell out of here. Because later in the show, we see Wendy apologize to Robin again, and Robin didn't want to accept any accountability. And I said, well, what is going on? First of all, I would like to say that, Wendy, you're doing too much damn apologizing, okay? Wendy is around here apologizing to Robin. She's apologized to Mia, and not one of them have given her an apology that means anything. Mia didn't apologize at all, and Robin's apology is a whole bunch of fake bullshit. That woman didn't apologize. She doesn't want to take responsibility at all. And it's starting to just be too damn much, and it's really quite exhausting. And Wendy went out on Twitter and said, this didn't last long. I think that's what she said. In other words, she was letting us know that even though there was apologies, that didn't last long. Later on, they get into more and more arguments. And that is because Giselle and Robin are still embarrassed and bitter about the read that she did on them on that trip to Williamsburg or wherever the hell they went. She is devastated that Wendy read her for filth and told the truth about her and her roommate, Juan. Robin, all of a sudden, she's the victim. Oh my gosh, they mistreated me. They were so rude to me. They disrespected me. Get the hell out of here, girl. It just seems to me that Robin and Giselle can just do whatever they want, say whatever they want. But if Candace and Wendy do anything, they are expected to apologize. Hell no. I need Wendy to stop being the bigger person. No, ma'am. Stop trying to be the bigger person by coming and apologizing to these ladies, because you haven't done anything wrong, in my opinion. I mean, you stood up for yourself in both situations, in my opinion. Then we get to Mia's opening of her new location of her chiropractic business, the Joint Chiropractic. Well, only Karen and Jacqueline showed up. I said, oh, wow. Where's the rest of the girls? Why are they not there to support the business? Mia mentions that she owns 14 stores, but she collects royalties off of 8 stores. And I was starting to wonder, I don't understand how you get royalties off of a franchise. Maybe she co-owns those other 8 stores? I don't know. I thought it was quite hilarious that she is the boss, and she's always telling everybody how she's the boss. But there was no way that she could answer these questions when the production asked her about her business. I said, girl, are you sure that you're not just the face of this business? It's giving me Drop It with Drew. Not only that, I'm wondering if next season they will talk about how her brother-in-law has shut her and her husband out of these businesses that she owns. Remember when she posted that "Please pray for our family" post? I'm going to leave this here, and you can put it on pause and read her lengthy post about her and her husband being locked out of their accounts. It's very interesting, Mia. I hope that's covered next season. So then we see Giselle having her daughter's Angel and Adore's sweet 16 birthday party. And listen, I know Giselle loves Kyle. He's been doing her hair for a long time, but it's time to replace him. You know, I don't know a lot about hair wigs. I really don't. But I know a good wig when I see one. And I have never seen one on Giselle's head. Kyle, please. This wig at this party was really bad. It's just as bad as all the other wigs, but I can't take it anymore. These wigs are terrible. One thing I will say about Giselle, I don't like her. Not even a tiny bit. But one thing I can say about Giselle is she loves her daughters, and she has raised 3 beautiful, amazing daughters. These twins are super cute. And the fact that they were 8 pounds when they were born, she's not lying. Those were some big babies. I mean, I have about 5 friends with twins, and all of their twins were under 5 pounds. And so when she said 8 pounds apiece, I said, well, geez, I haven't seen twins that big before. Anyway, those kids grew up to be absolutely gorgeous. They are sweet, they are funny, they are smart. And that is the only thing that I like about Giselle. Same way I feel about Dorit from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. When I see Giselle and Dorit with their children, all of a sudden I can relate and I like these ladies. But when they're just out with the girls, I don't like them. I'm just saying, it's the kids that soften them up and make them better people, in my opinion. Now, Candace's mom calling that snake Giselle was funny as hell, but what was even more funny was the editors throwing in the caption that it was Giselle. I said, you know what, these shady editors, they just do so much. We love you. I tell you what, when I seen that big jumbo snake out there, ask the people, can they get this tent in the house? The party is moving into the house. So move this furniture around. We in the house. I'm telling you, I can't have my friends out in this tent getting attacked. I mean, that was just too much for me. I can't have myself out in this tent getting attacked. No. So then you see Chris greeting people at the door, and one of Candace's friends says that she's on time, and Chris says, I'm always on time too. And that lady was rude. She says, yeah, but you don't look like you're ready. And Chris says, well, Candace says I'm on time because I'm white. I thought, did he hear her just tell him he doesn't look like he's ready? I said, girl, you rude as hell. And I laughed. I said, Candace said he's on time because he's white. And that's because she is used to CP time. And let me tell you, I hate CP time. I really do. Anyway, Wendy coming in with the 2 degrees, 2 degrees, 2 degrees. That was so cute to me and absolutely hilarious. I appreciate Wendy this season, and that was extremely supportive and cute. Honey, Karen's reaction to Robin and this non-existent wedding. And then when she was on Watch What Happens Live, they said, what's going to happen first? Ashley's divorce or Robin's wedding? And she said Ashley's divorce for sure. Robin and her roommate Juan, this is just not going to happen. This is ridiculous. Quit playing with us. Why don't you just say that we are co-parenting and move it on? Now, did you see how Candace handled that apology and how Karen was right there for it? Karen accepted her apology immediately. She accepted her apology immediately. She said she can move on. This is not enough to throw away their friendship. However, she will not forget and she will keep an eye on Candace. And I love that. That's called being grown up. That's called accepting your responsibility and trying to move forward. I appreciate that about Karen and Candace. You couldn't get that same reaction from Robin or Giselle. Now, Ray, I don't know what the hell Ray was doing. Why did Ray think it was his business to tell Chris to apologize to Giselle? I don't think that Chris should apologize to Giselle at all. If he apologizes, that does make it seem as if he's done something wrong. And also at that point, that gives her something to go back and tell everybody. Oh, he knew he was wrong. He came back and apologized to me for how he made me feel by doing absolutely nothing to you. And Candace said, you never know. Once he apologizes, what else she's going to come back and say. I don't trust Giselle, and I agree with Chris. I'm not apologizing for that. Now, do I appreciate how he stormed out of there and acted like a baby? No, I don't, because your wife was right in the middle of giving her speech. And I think that you should have stayed and listened. I know you were upset. I'm pissed off for you as well, but just hang in for a few more minutes. Then you can go outside and act up. I'm just saying, stay there, be strong for your wife. You know, they had asked Karen on Watch What Happens Live about Ray asking him to apologize. And she said she's always going to be Team Ray. And she thought that maybe it would be better if Chris did apologize to Giselle and they could just move forward from it. And Chris was not here for that either. He went out on Twitter and he said, y'all keep saying Candace and I are dragging this out. I was in my house enjoying my wife's party and got ambushed by Ray. Damn right I was pissed off. This was a party for my wife, not some bullshit. I think he's still angry about it. I'm just saying, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him. They don't have any right to question him, and he doesn't have to apologize to anyone. I think that if he did apologize, it would seem like he was admitting guilt. No, absolutely not. Anyway, peeps, get down in the comments and let me know what you think. And until next time, bye.